Montreal Canadiens rookie camp roster was finally revealed a couple of days ago, and just like every year, we got a little bit of a mix going on. Some names are familiar. Some of these guys were drafted in 2024, and the rest of them, well, they just kind of showed up on the doorstep, okay? They're getting tryouts and shit. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to quickly break down this list of names, and I'm going to give my opinion on each and every one of these guys. Coming in at number 1, we got one of my personal favorites, Owen Beck, who's like a Swiss Army knife. He does a little bit of everything. Beck's put up some impressive numbers over the past couple of seasons in the Ontario Hockey League. He's 20 years old right now. I feel like there's a 90% chance he's going to start his season in Laval, but if he shows up and knocks it out of the park, grabs the ball by the bloody horns, he could even make the team. It's not impossible. 22-year-old Jared Davidson is up next. He played in Laval last season. I watched quite a few of his games. He didn't look too bad. I mean, he managed to put up 11 goals, but still, every time it felt like he was on a roll, he just kept falling apart like the toilet paper in a public washroom. Hopefully this year's different. 10-ply, bud. 10-ply. Sean Farrell, come on down. Looks like he's going to be at rookie camp as well, which is nice to see. He did put up some decent numbers in Laval last season, 28 points in 47 games. I personally wouldn't put him in the same tier as Owen Beck. However, who knows? Maybe he shows up extra hungry and we witness some kind of a miracle. Moving on. Ooh, now here's an interesting one. Emil Heineman. Do you like snipers? This is your guy right here. Showed up in Laval just a couple of years ago. Put up 9 points in 11 games. Scored 7 goals. Not gonna lie, I was hooked. I even felt like he was gonna make the team last season right out of camp, but guess what? He just wasn't able to make it happen. So Heine, please, try and stand out somehow. I mean, take a page out of Patty Cake's book. He doesn't even need a puck to stand out. But yeah, I'm expecting to see somewhat of a jump from Heineman. He needs to jump in a step. Next up, we got 21-year-old Riley Kidney. What's not to like? Good old kid from Nova Scotia. Kidney put up 20 points in 65 games with the Rocket last season after boasting multiple 100-point seasons in the queue. But give him time. Let him cook. This Kidney has not failed just yet. Sorry, I had to. Next on the list, we got Justin LaRose, who I know very little about. He's 19 years old, 5'9", 165 pounds. And if we look closely at his statistics, last season, this kid just busted onto the scene like he was the friggin' Kool-Aid man. He put up 80 points. So keep an eye on him. He must have something. Next up is Philip Mézières. Money Mézières, they like to call him in the Ontario Hockey League, but not me. I call him Dude, Where's Mézières? Because sometimes I feel like everybody's forgotten about him. I'm also waiting for him to evolve into a Mézièresard, his final form. And hopefully, we don't have to wait too much longer. You see, Mézières spent the last couple of seasons being bounced around from Laval to the Ontario Hockey League. I'm assuming he's going to play this entire season in Laval. But come on, Mézières, it's time. It's time to take the next big step. Philip Mézières is a guy that I really want to see stand out during these couple of rookie games. Moving on to a few stragglers now, we got Israel Manscomb. Isn't that just a badass name? Looks like he's a local kid, 6'2", 202 pounds, just coming off of an 87-point season. And check it out. When I look at his penalty minutes, I see odd numbers. Now, I know very little about this character. I don't know much about Scum right now, okay? But let me tell you something. If Scum shows up at camp and just starts scoring goals and dropping the mitts, he's got an opportunity to win me over pretty fast. Just saying. We could even have a potential meme on our hands. Logan Nijhoff is next. Looks like this kid is 23 years old from British Columbia. He played 31 games in the American Hockey League last season. Maxime Polarin is another local kid playing in the queue for Victoriaville. Charles Savoie, similar story. But here we go, on to the badasses. Tyler Thorpe, a 5th-round pick from 2024, and man, am I ever excited to see him play. He's only 19 years old and he's 6'5", 212 pounds. He's basically a fridge on skates. I've heard a lot of people call him a power forward, And the same could be said about the next guy on the list, Luke Tuck, who's also a big lad at 6'3", 209 pounds. Tuck's going to be looking to make a statement. The same could be said about Florian Junkie, who's next. Oh my god. Can we make it a line? Junkie between Tuck and Thorpe? Holy shit, even Kim Jong doesn't have nuclear weapons like these bad boys. Oh man, it's going to be fun to watch. As for defensemen, this is where the Canadians really knock it out of the park. Look at these names. Ingstrom, Hudson, Mayu, Reinbacher. I'm just gonna ignore everybody else for a minute because everybody should be circling these 4 names. I mean, Hudson and Mayu, I wouldn't even be shocked if these kids made the NHL right out of camp. And yes, I'm being serious. They're incredible. Popcorn's going to be looking to show everybody why he was selected 5th overall in 2023. I hope he gets the job done. And Ingstrom is going to be showing off his game, something that we've all been waiting to see for what feels like a ridiculously long time. And even Owen Protz, he's like a cherry on top at rookie camp. For those of you that don't know, he's a very violent man, which means he's my kind of guy. Emmanuelson, Charbonneau, and Simon U2, or whatever his name is, these guys are also going to get a sniff. Quentin Miller is going to be between the pipes alongside Samuel Richard, and I can't wait to see all these kids in action against the Toronto Maple Leafs on September 14th and 15th. It's going to be great to finally see some hockey again. Now, as for the Toronto Maple Leafs lineup, look, I'm not sure what it's going to consist of, nor do I really care. For Montreal's list, Bick, Jacob, Hudson, Mayu, Reinbacher, Ingstrom, and Protz. These are the guys right here that I'm going to be keeping a close eye on. You can let me know who you're most excited to see down in the comments section. Please don't forget to slap that like button right across the cheeks before you leave here. And hey, I'll see you next time.